Hello everyone, I'm Billy. So today is the 20th day of making videos and upload to LGB Daily. Today is a little bit rainy day, and actually now it's a little bit shower as well. So now I'm actually in a different place of recording the video. So before I've also recorded a video in Shatin as well, but not in this place. So this place is exactly at the entrance of the Shatin Library, and before I'm going to like a little bit more further away to the Shatin Park to record a video of myself talking, and I'm speaking in Putonghua. So today I'm not going with John Jay, I'm just myself walking here in this large piece of flat land and expressing my own thoughts in English. Today actually I've did a lot of things, and I feel back the meaning of life after a few days of lost. So Today in the morning I've woke up at 10:30 because yesterday I slept a little bit late again. So this is actually the first habit I must have to avoid of in the future days, especially for today. And also actually my roommate is also trying to improve his own daily routine and try to sleep earlier. So I will try to make an agreement with him, as well as make a concerted effort with him and trying to adjust our daily routine together. I hope that I can actually sleep at 12 o'clock to 12:30. So that the prerequisite is that I must have to like bath and go toilet for shitting a little bit earlier in order to achieve the aim of eventually sleep earlier every day. So actually in my home, like actually my mom, my dad and myself is trying to use the toilet together. We were trying to maybe after 11 o'clock, we three people were trying to chase after time and try to use the toilet in a more efficient way. But because we are trying to use the toilet for three people I mean, so eventually I will be the latest one to sleep. And of course it's due to my laziness as well. I'm trying to tolerate my own actions and trying to let myself sleep late as I want. So this is actually not a good action, and I will try to improve this actions, not trying to tolerate myself or giving me any reasons that I can tolerate myself, and try to sleep earlier as a result. So yeah, this will be my ultimate plan, and as well as I'm trying to set up some atomic habits from today on. And because today is actually the 20th day of making LGB Daily, and I actually hope that I can really make some progress from today. So I'm not just talking to the phone, but really with my actions to really achieve what I wanted, personal aims and goals, as well as any objectives. And today actually I will do another thing is that I must make an ideal life, an ideal living environment plan, or just leave a little bit time for me to think of this kind of stuff myself. And this will makes me motivated to make more goals, as well as understand what I want to, and I will have a more clear meaning of life and understand that what I wanted to, and before taking any actions. Then this is actually fulfills the male's mindset. Having any ideal stuff as well as goals and names, then you will be very, very motivated that I must learn stuff quickly or trying to do stuff efficiently in order to achieve a better life and living environments as well. So today actually sleeping stuff I've just said, improve the sleeping habit. Second is plan my own personal ideal life. maybe by drawings, maybe by writing on my notebook, and constantly taking out my notebook for like a reference that whether I'm actually trying to achieve the goals or I'm just trying to let my laziness to go wild and control my whole actions and my whole daily routines. So yes, this is what I do after I back to my hall. And the second thing is that actually today after I woke up, I did a lot of things with my mom, including go to the dentist to see whether my teeth is having any problems, and try to like having any meditations or any cleaning like jobs that can make my teeth more clean. But we have actually failed this action because the what we call my free dentist service is actually expired, and I have to do another addition service that to with the government that to prove that I'm still a university student and I can have the ability and have the how we say that we have the 權限, we have the access to this kind of free government service. So this is what we have done today, and maybe buy something and eat our lunch. We enjoyed our lunch actually, and now after all of these activities I've done with my mom, then actually I've just before I'm back to school, I went to Shatin Library and trying to read some books. So this is actually the most important activity I've done for today, reading books and try to use the computer service in the library and trying to organized my ideas and all my thoughts in previous LGBT videos, as I've used Assembly AI to transcribe all my talkings and views before, and I've actually seldom read them or listen to my videos back because actually this actions uses me a lot of time. Like I'm trying to organize those ideas and jot it down as important points in point form, and actually when I'm trying to read all the words I've just written before and spoken it's actually a little bit more time wasting, as every day I got little bit thoughts and ideas, and those ideas are not necessary to be correct. Like after days after the changing world, actually some ideas are incorrect already or inappropriate in the current situation already, then I have to always adjust with my notes and trying to delete some of them or modify some of them. So I should actually understand what I've think of for before and trying to write down what I've thought of, and maybe after few days or even a month, and when I got new ideas or some ideas that I proved wrong before, then I'm trying to do some adjustments in my notes. But if I'm not trying to do these notes and just purely talking every day and trying to express my own feelings and understanding towards the world or knowledge, then actually it's useless. Like maybe after a day I forgot what I've thought of, and I didn't have the reference that I can improve on or trying to prove that my ideas are correct. So actually I'm just talking based on my mindset, and I didn't reinforce my mindset with any proofs. So I have to jot down all my thinkings, maybe ask my roommates whether these thoughts are correct, or ask my dad, ask John Jay, just whatever I trust, I can tell them this idea and see that whether they agree with my idea or having any data or statistics to prove my idea, or maybe their own past experience as well. So today is actually really meaningful that I've did this kind of job, and I will actually continuously do this kind of stuff every LGBT daily videos are published, and I may not do it exactly that day after I've just spoken that in that video, but after 2 days maybe I have a little bit more reflections or some a little bit thinkings of or frustration whether my ideas are correct or not. Then after my judgments, after 2 days, I will eventually jot it down as a clear notes instead of something that I'm still thinking and not sure about, uncertain about. Then this will be my personal assets when I'm constantly looking back of my notes, and I will understand the whole idea, how the world is how the world works, as well as how actually we should manage our mental or any maybe higher strategies like computer knowledge or even psychological knowledge, any some past experience that is really useful to myself, and I can continuously use this kind of experience as my reference that I will not do it wrong anymore as any mistakes. Then it's actually quite great for myself, and it's great for my personal development, or I may say not great, it is essential. If we lack of this kind of things and we keep doing the same things wrong, then actually we're not trying to improve ourselves. We're just letting our laziness go wild, and we didn't try to control our laziness or control anything that we are doing wrong. So yeah, this is actually the same thing that I think that Cancer and Nathan is lack of, and I hope that I can actually influence them. But if I cannot, then it's fine. This is their own personal preferences, and it's just I'm trying to find some more friends in university that actually shares the same thoughts with me, like having their own ambiguous ambitions, or any same thoughts, same values and interests. Then these should be my best friends, instead of just always talking with Kenson and Nathan, treat them as my safe cave, and instead of just trying to improve myself through communication with others, then else it's just actually wasting of time. I'm just communicate with them, maybe I can improve my communication skills for a little bit, but it's not as useful that I can reflect myself and trying to prove any of my ideas wrong or correct, or even ask them for any personal experience that I can improve myself and take it as reference for my own personal life. So today as well, I've just went to library, and of course I'm not just doing that thing which is reading my own passages for 25,000 words. Is quite a lot, but my whole time is not just doing one single thing. I've also read some books that I borrowed, and the book talking about emotional intelligence is actually quite inspiring for myself, as actually when the book, I've just read the introduction of the book. The author just states that emotional intelligence is really important, and actually most of the people that's not aware of their emotional intelligence. They don't care about their emotions and always let their emotions to control their whole body. Instead of just trying to control our emotions well and try to take advantage of our own emotions to do some stuff, then actually it's just water can make a boat flows better, but also it can flip the boat over and kills the people on the boat. So this is actually kind of Chinese famous words, but it's also useful. We're trying to take advantage of our emotions instead of letting them to control us, and this is actually most people cannot manage to do so. And this book author actually tells us that we should always try to test our emotional intelligence to control our emotions well than to control others emotion. They're trying to give them emotional supports Like actually, like sometimes when we're communicating with girls, especially, we're always trying to manage and trying to let their emotion goes well. Like when they're happy, they will stay with you more often. You're trying to give them emotional values. But when we don't know emotional intelligence, sometimes we may not understand how others' emotion goes as well as our own emotions. We don't try to control or trying to take advantage of our anger and just let us just like let our anger goes and we're trying to destroy something, or let my mindset just keep changes, getting angry with others and eventually break all our social relationships. We're trying to take advantage there and trying to like use our emotions in different times and periods and improve our own like personal life. And this is actually quite essential for us, everyone. And today I'm actually like read back all my passage, and I realized that I've left one thing that I haven't done yet, which is borrow the book that states that brave is actually first, emotional intelligence is second, and intellectual intelligence is the third. And in the books about emotional intelligence, they have also stated that emotional intelligence is actually um, causing many normal people becoming successful and famous, because emotional intelligence is actually controlling one's 70% of their daily life, but um, intellectual intelligence is actually controlling 20% to 30% of one's daily life only. Like maybe when they're doing math questions or doing physics questions, trying to use some their own logical thinkings to trying to like, achieve something, then yes, people with high intellectual intelligence can do so quite well. But for emotional intelligence experts, they can actually manage their emotions and do things quite well in the remaining 70% of their daily life. So actually we're not always just trying to do our maths, trying to develop our AI programs and trying to saying that, oh, I know a lot of knowledge, and then trying to like tell everyone and that I'm really strong because I did a lot of intelligent stuff and know a lot of knowledge. But actually it's not how human life goes. We have to learn more than our hard knowledge. We are actually trying to develop different aspects, especially our emotional intelligence, trying to understand myself and others' emotions in order to make our whole social relationships as well as our effectiveness, efficiency, everything better. So yeah, I will also discover brave as well. Then I'm actually reaches the limit of 8 books per person. So I will try to read the books as quick as possible, that I can learn all the knowledge from books instead of just trying to read every word and understand every word from the author and trying to like master the book by hard memorize all the concepts in the books. Yeah, I'm just trying to take some sparks in some main points in the books, or yeah, this is actually the most efficient and also the most inspiring that can motivate and change our whole lives. Yeah, when we are trying to reading a book instead of just trying to memorize them, as memorizing is actually useless. We are trying to take knowledge and trying to see whether we can apply the knowledge or not in our daily life, and this is actually your assets. You're really taking the knowledge from the book to your own personal development. Then yes, this is what our aims and goals when we're trying to read books. So yeah, so lastly I would say that, so for today, after I back to hall, I will do two stuff. I will ask my roommate to stuff, because my roommate is actually quite an expert field, and before he actually gave his friends some really useful ideas. As well as for me, I've asked my roommate about how to meet more friends in university, and he actually gave me a bit more like inspiring ideas that I can follow his instructions and trying to like eventually trying to manage my whole mental thoughts and really take my heart out to meet new friends, which is also truly want to be friends with you. Then he also lets other people to maybe his friends or some people in the same same floor or same hall with him, trying to consult him any romantic how to say knowledge, like he knows about the PUA and the red pills for male. Then it's actually an idea that I've also known before, but I don't expect that he actually also know this kind of things. And he teaches his friends to manage their romantic relationships in the correct way, instead of always just thinking blindly what his own thoughts. He's trying to influence and change others to make others better with a better mindset. So today I will actually ask him two questions. One is about how to meet more girls, because it's actually an essential lesson for every teenager. Like every teenager is trying to meet people in different gender and trying to develop romantic relationship with others, and the instructions or the whole mindset of two people in different gender trying to attract each other is actually a really a deep knowledge that we must actually know for every teenager. And this actually should be one of the essential lessons in university schools or secondary schools, but the teacher does not or the Hong Kong government did not treat it as a necessary lesson for teenagers, and this makes nowadays Hong Kong teenagers always faces some problems in their romantic relationships, or as well as maybe their girlfriends got some different ideas, and the boys does not understand why they should do so, and they feel really frustrated or confused and always go to different media, maybe Dcard or LHKG, to ask for others and seek for opinions. So actually, when there is a lesson about two genders and how two genders think of each other, or any characteristics of each gender, as well as how two genders people should meet each other and communicate with each other, as well as some knowledge in romantic relationships, or up till in elder ages, how they can still in connected and maintain their relationship. So these are all topics that everyone should discover in their human life, and Hong Kong people or even other foreign countries people also lack of this kind of knowledge, as this is not a necessary lesson in any schools or educations. So actually we're trying to discover ourselves, and when we have stuff that we don't understand, we can actually ask some experts, especially for some people with many past relationships or willing to learn. Then we can actually ask them for any guidance and advices for yourself, as in order to improve your whole person development, and eventually leads to the idea of whole person development. And I'm actually trying to do so. I will ask my roommate how to meet more girls, and how can we communicate with girls online and offline, maybe what is the needs of the girls, and how should we treat romantic relationships, as well as how to maintain the relationship in order to keep it in long term. I know attractiveness is actually important in the first stage, but how can we maintain is actually another really difficult idea that everyone should learn in Hong Kong as well as globally. Then another idea is that, is it actually the most important thing to just learn knowledge purely instead of other kind of stuff? So before, I'm just trying to join the AI program in CUHK and try to be specialist or IT specialist or technicians that can like masters in any computer knowledge. But now when I'm just came into university, I realized that this idea is actually not the most important idea that I should follow in my future life. Like knowledge is actually just one part of our life as well. These are all just hard knowledge when we're trying to learn AI systems as well as IT systems. And if we're really trying to do whole person development, we should actually first we should think about our interest. And also sometimes we're trying to do IT or AI just for our sense of achievement, that I really learn some kind of hard knowledge, and I feel a sense of superior when I'm comparing with others that does not know this kind of knowledge. It's same for other maths classes, physics classes, or any STEMs classes. If everyone is the same, like I guess most people, especially for boys, are trying to feel the sense of superior, or they are trying to like satisfy their needs of discovering more different new stuff that they are interested in by through studying this kind of subjects. But when I'm grown up, actually I realized that it's not my whole life. My whole life is trying to learn and discover more and more new things. Human is actually a social animal, and we shouldn't always just focus in one aspect. We have a lot of interests, as well as our whole person development is not restricted or limited to one kind of aspects. So I'm actually trying to like ask my roommate, how should we develop our whole person, and when I'm trying to improve ourselves, how should we do, and what is our mental mindset we should always think of. Like maybe thinking about psychology. When I'm studying psychology, sometimes I'll feel that, oh, why am I going to learn these theories? It is actually I cannot feel a sense of superior or sense of achievements because I didn't do some actual things. Like maybe I did a little bit more knowledge, but this is not all. And sometimes for human life, we need a lot of new experience and adapt to the changes in the world in order to like achieve the ultimate goal of personal development. And how can we do this, or how my roommate actually plans to develop himself in this kind of healthy way instead of just focusing his major, maybe economics, then this is actually another problem I actually want to ask him. And I hope that actually after asking him about these two questions, I can really get the inspirations or any like spark of thoughts that understand that how my route should go in my future human lives. So yeah, this is all what I want to express. I did a lot of things today and a lot of thoughts, and I also hope I can use all the resources by maybe human resources like my roommates, as well as my mom and dad, as my dad is also a thoughtful person and have a lot of ideas. I can actually also ask him, but he is actually a person that's already 60 years old. He's living in different decades as mine. He don't know trends nowadays and how people actually think of, or how the society changes, maybe because he's actually a little bit more fixed mindset as well, because when a person is getting to be older, they actually have the less willingness to adapt to the changes and trying to learn a new environment. That's the reason why human will actually like decline and death, because they already have no ability to adapt to the changes. Then actually we're still trying to like fully utilize all the human resources nearby instead of always just relying on our parents, although they can give us a lot of past experience, some kind of how we say that, principles in the earth that will never changes, but some of them always changes. So maybe when I'm thinking of meeting girls in CUHK, then I must ask some people in CUHK as well. So my roommate will be a really good person to ask of. And my mom also says that we should always ask the correct person. And yes, now I understand the idea, as like not everyone can help you in all aspects, but when you ask the correct people that masters in that aspects, then they can help you. So I should fully utilize my roommates as a resource. Of course, I'm not him as an interest. I'm also helping him with my own knowledge as well sometimes. But we should always, like when we're trying to improve ourselves, we shouldn't always just let our question goes well in myself, and when this question stack over each other, then we don't know how to do that and we give up the questions. That's not actually human improvements. We're just trying to delay our improvement and trying to let us be more lazy, like tolerate everything in our person, even something that you don't like, you're trying to tolerate them, and this will just make your whole person unhappy. And this is the most tragic and disastrous idea in our life. Like, the meaning of life is to be happy, and you're trying to make us unhappy. So this is not what we wanted. We're trying to improve ourselves and fully utilize the resources, no matter human resources or really physical resources like books, maybe some how we say that, waves of tuition fees, or as well as maybe not only money resources but some free talks by some technicians that's also give us some advices and inspirations to our human life. So this is also some kind of resources that we should take advantage of in CUHK. We should develop ourselves, build our reputation slowly, or our social networking through the 4 years in CUHK. And CUHK is actually having a big pool of expert person, as well as some highly educated students that can go through this human stages with me, learn things together and trying to discover ideas that we both think of, and give us an answer that can really improve our human lives. So yeah, this is the whole thinking of my own self for today. And now I should back to the library. Now it's actually already 6:30, and I guess it's time for me to back to university, maybe buy food, back to hall to have my dinner, or maybe ask whether Kenson and Nathan want to eat together, and maybe have a chat, hopefully if they wanted to. Then yeah, I hope that today I will have a great progress, and I must be following my atomic habits, my regular daily practices, and this is the only way that I can maintain a better living habits and improve myself. So yeah, that's all for LGB Daily Day 20. So thank you for listening. Tomorrow I will make another video to update whether I've improved myself for the day. Thank you.